everything. Welcome everybody to week 3 of the IndyQuest Fantasy Football League, and we have a special guest today. Last year's 2018-2019 Co-Rookie of the Year, Johnny Langley, team owner of the Lane Gang. Why don't Johnny scoot in here a little bit more so they can see your
Jeff, thanks for having me on the show. It's my second ever guest appearance, and I'll tell you what, it's probably the best fantasy show out there in terms of fantasy shows. Better than NFL Live.
Oh,
any of that stuff. Any of the NFL, ESPN shows. I think this definitely is the king of the crop.
It's the only one I know of. But, hey, welcome, Johnny. Before we get started, are there any important dates that you know of, perhaps?
Oh yes. So next year's draft, the 2020 IndyQuest draft, is going to be August 28th or 29th of 2020. That's still undetermined. So we'll iron out the details on that.
So there's no reason to miss, is there?
Oh no, not at all. Plenty
Not
of
even reunions or anything?
Oh no.
No.
No need to go to Chicago.
Oh, I wasn't going to say anything about that. But anyway, you want to talk about your team or anything? We always give the host or co-host a chance.
I think I like my team. Waiting for Melvin Gordon to come back. Hopefully that holdout irons itself out. But feel great about my wide receivers: Julio, Amari, Allen Robinson, DJ Moore. I feel great about my receiving core. Obviously I have Lamar Jackson. He's gonna
Great draft pick there, yeah.
Got him late. Got him. He was gonna be my backup to Luck, so I'm happy that panned out.
Yeah.
But I feel great about my team.
Okay. Johnny feels great about his team, guys. And now let's get to the eliminator. Last week, the lowest score. Who do you think that could have been?
Ooh, let's see. Was it Steeler? Nope.
Nope.
Oh, we're going to easy breezy.
Easy breezy. Got gobbled up by the eliminator with
Breeze
100.
his way out of the eliminator.
Ooh, shots fired. 109 points. See, Jason, you're not alone, and that is 2 teams from the bad division. Coincidence?
I think not.
Okay, let's get to some matchups. Last week, the commissioner was 4-1, making him 7-3 overall. And this week, we are going to start off with Fish Fan versus Green Roisin. And Johnny, what do you think about this? Do you have any personal feelings?
No, this is a tough matchup. Green Roisin's on fire this year. He's scoring crazy high digits, but there's gotta come a point where he cools off, and I think it's gonna be this week against Fish Fan. So I think Fish Fan's got it this week. I think his team shows up, even though Leonard Fournette 14. I think Ezekiel Elliott's gonna have 20 plus against Miami. I think he's gonna light that Miami defense up.
You know what, Johnny? I agree with you there. Elliott versus Miami, that could be huge. Green Roisin should slow down. I think the questionable thing comes down to what's Vinatieri going to do? I mean, he's been so horrible. I think he has to bounce back. So I'm also going to go Fish Fan. Oh, yeah, and if you guys want to follow us on Twitter, IndyQuest Fantasy Football /fake news anytime. Thank you. And now we get to fourth quarter in Easy Breezy.
Let's see. Let's check their teams here. This is a tough matchup here.
These millennials these days, you see how the commissioner's prepared for the next shows.
I'm gonna have to go with fourth quarter on this one. I'm gonna go with the savvy veteran. I like Aaron Rodgers against Denver this week. DeAndre Hopkins, George Kittle. Yeah, I think that the savvy veteran here is gonna overcome it.
Okay, he's going with the savvy veteran there. Well, fourth quarter being 0-2, Easy Breezy 1-1, both in the bad division. Damian Williams is out for fourth quarter, and I think Langang is right. Jacobs and Kittles, they need to step up a little bit more for where they was drafted. And last week Easy Breezy took a hit with both quarterbacks going out, Connor getting hurt, but he did pick up Dalton, and Devontae Adams, he's due, and I think fourth quarter's team's in a little turmoil right now, so I'm actually gonna go with Easy Breezy. Oh, the Twitter world is busy.
Oh, uh-oh.
This is...
I just got that notification.
Did you? I got one too. This is from Easy Breezy. Hey, nice to see you on the show, co-chump of the year. I'll show you how to be rookie of the year.
Oh.
Ooh, wow. I guess he took that slight there.
Feeling a little confidence, okay.
Yeah.
I like the rookie confidence there.
Okay, let's get back to matchups. Steeler Mac 1 versus TBS. Keep it in the family.
Well, I think I've got to go with Vinegar Strokes here, and the reason I'm going with Vinegar Strokes here is Antonio Brown. The whole Antonio Brown saga appears to have come to an end, and unfortunately, I think that hurts your team a lot, Jason. So I'm going to go with the Vinegar Strokes there, and the reason I go with Vinegar Strokes is I think that Larry Fitzgerald's a reliable option. He's always going to put up consistent numbers. You've got Vance McDonald against San Francisco, John Ross, speed on the outside with against Buffalo. I like your team all around. And I think the big thing is Joe Mixon for Steeler Mac 1. He's just kind of been a dud all year, and I don't see him changing that against Buffalo.
Okay. TVS from the Lang Gang, and you know what? Yeah, both of these teams have been pitiful. The two lowest scoring teams in the league. Jason at 237 and TVS Vinegar Strokes at 230. I mean, Jason's sitting at 1-1. TVS 0-2. Bad division is bad. It's just who's the worst from these two bad teams. And I see Brady. He's got Brady. That could be the thing. Mixon and Howard, two bums right now, scoring 8 points and 5 points respectively for 2 weeks. I don't think that can keep going. And I mean, David Cole does a bright spot in his receivers, like you said, Allen, Ross, and Fitz. But Steeler Mac 1 says he hates it, or he loves it when I go against him every week and wants me to continue that. Well, Jason, I love you too, so I'm going with Steeler Mac 1 this week.
Oh, hold on, Jeff.
What do we
There
got?
appears to be a Twitter notification.
A Twitter
That
notification.
came out from IU football at Steeler Mac 1. Hopefully you have a better record than Purdue football at the end of the year. So, that's
Ooh.
they're really throwing shots out there about college football this year. Obviously, IU being 3-1 and Purdue being 1-2. So,
Well, now. We'll see. We shall see. Now, let's get to the next matchup. This should be pretty easy to choose right here. Lang Gang versus Bare Knuckles.
surprised this wasn't matchup of the week, honestly, Commish.
It was the matchup of the week, but I mean, we should know who each
No,
other's picking.
I got to be very honest with here and definitely go with the Lang Gang. Definitely, the commissioner's rule of never go against yourself. However, I love my Dallas defense against Miami. I got beat last week by Fubar, whose defense scored 49 against Miami. So I really like my Dallas defense against that pitiful Miami offense. Team, actually. My acquisition of Hawkinson, I really like that. Week 1, he did amazing. Week 2, didn't have a single catch, but I think that he bounces back this week and has some catches there. Lamar Jackson against, I think it's going to be a shootout this week with Lamar Jackson and Patrick Mahomes. I think and hope that Lamar has the higher of the two. Todd Gurley against Cleveland defense. Todd Gurley, he's kind of been worrying me all season. It seems like he starts off slow and then sort of comes on towards the end of games. So I feel pretty confident with him. Julio against Indiana. I've got Amari Cooper against the Water Boy and the cornerback of the Miami Dolphins. So I like my team this week.
Okay, so he picks the Lang Gang, and obviously going against, it was a matchup of the week, but I thought we'll both pick our own guys. So, and we had to pick someone else. I think you use in a matchup of the week the first week, right?
Sure.
We don't want to give it every week or get a big head. But everybody knows I'm going to bare knuckles, never go against your own team. I don't need to go in depth. I just think my team's better. Oh, and we have another treat. This one from TVS. Johnny, nothing wrong with being coach champ. Rookie champ. Nothing wrong with that. Rock on. Oh, that was very nice. David Cole.
David Cole's my boy. My boy.
Yeah, being 0-2, you need a fan. And let's get to the matchup of the week. This is Fubar Morgan versus Pigskin Pimps. Fubar currently 2nd points in the league, and Fubar 5th, 9 points apart. Johnny?
For myself, I'm going to go Fubar here. The reason I go Fubar is I think Delaney Walker was a great start. I think it was a really great start. He had 13 points for you. I really like that start for you. You've got Cooper Kupp, who is a very reliable option. Your receiving core is very great. And you got to think against Baltimore, it's going to be a shootout. Sammy Watkins, you got to think he's going to get a lot of looks from Patrick Mahomes. So I really like that Sammy Watkins in your flex. And then Dak Prescott against Miami. So I think that Fubar is definitely going to light up Pigskin this week.
And you know what? Fubar, Pigskin, I mean, he's picked up, was it Darwin Thompson 4 times, dropped him 4, picked him up again. I mean, he's got a great bench. I just don't know if he knows exactly what to do with it. If you're on his team, you're not going to be on his team long. But, I mean, he's really, Godwin and Boyd, nice receivers. He just needs his running backs to really give him the push that he's drafted him for. But Fubar with Brady and the Patriots D right now, or Prescott and the Patriots D, I think that just pushes him over the edge tonight. And you know what, Johnny, I wholeheartedly agree. I think Fubar here, too. And, I mean, that's about it. Well, wait a minute. We have one more tweet.
Oh.
This one, again, from Steeler Mac 1 to Johnny.
Oh.
Johnny, shut your mouth. Boilers forever. Come meet me if you disagree.
Oh, okay.
Okay, Johnny, it's your stage. Any closing remarks you want to give?
That's okay. Next week, Minnesota is going to beat the brakes off of Purdue football. I'm going to that game. I got a friend that plays for Minnesota. They got me family tickets, so I'm gonna
Sweet.
catch that game.
Well, Johnny, I want to thank you for coming. And all you guys out there, good luck in week 3. And here we go.